Hello and welcome to a passion-filled episode of the weekly Deathmatch. So the first thing you may be wondering is what the hell is this? And this is an arena shooter slash real-time map editor game which is completely free. Is from 2004 and its last update was 2013. You can still play on servers with people. There's like 2 servers full of people. It used to be more. Unfortunately, when you don't update a game for years, it does eventually go away and die, but it's completely free and you can play with bots like I'm doing right now because the Team Deathmatch server was locked for some reason, and it's a hell of a good time. This is one of its most famous maps, NMP8. I don't know if it's from a different game, is the problem. It might be from a Quake game or something, because some of the maps in this game are just kind of adaptations from other games, like Face from Unreal Tournament is on here. I think Dust 2 from Counter-Strike is on here as well. But it's just a really good time, and I'd say there's more to it than just running around and insta-giving people, but I don't remember how I feel about like the other weapons in like the regular deathmatch, so I'm not quite going to throw that level of recommendation out there, but it's definitely worth trying because running around and just shooting people is dumb fun. In this game you can also shoot your teammates, as I just demonstrated, which is, I think if you do it online too many times you get like kicked from the match, but it adds like a fun layer of, oh, I better not hit my friends kind of thing. And I don't know, I just love it. Towards the end of a video I do try and show off the editing, the real-time editing part of it, and I kind of fail a bit because I don't remember what any of the controls are or how to do anything, and I think most of the stuff is done on numpad, and the problem with that is I use numpad to move, so I probably need to rebind some stuff there, but you can do so much. You can like make maps on the fly and stuff like that. There are so many community made maps. There are so many just maps that come with the game, to be honest. You'll probably be seeing this a lot more in a weekly deathmatch, unless you don't like the look of it, in which case please leave a comment because I don't want to start throwing out stuff that people don't want to watch. But it is, like I said, just dumb fun. And what's impressive about this as well is with most arena shooters and stuff like that, you have to program the bots for each map, I believe, but in this, if you edit the map, as you'll see later, the bots like automatically adapt to it, and they're not the best bots in the world. Sometimes they get stuck on corners and stuff, but that's kind of like the trade-in you get for the ability to kind of not have to program bot movement individually. Well, not movement, I don't know how this shit works, but yeah, so that's me, that's my pitch for Cube 2. I don't remember if I ever made it. I was going to make a video years ago, which is just me singing its praises, but it's free. The link to it will be in the description, but now I'm going to talk about something else. I'm going to talk about the fact that I spent £70 pre-ordering cardboard because Nintendo Switch Labo VR is coming out, and I know it's not going to be as good as like PSVR or anything like that, but I've always been interested in the idea of VR, and if I'm honest, what sold me, like I was watching it like, yeah, this is interesting. I was watching the trailer in the first place because I heard that Breath of the Wild is going to be getting VR support, which is interesting. Not sure how that's going to work, but yeah, I was watching the trailer and the part that sold me was the elephant. Like, oh, by the way, one more thing about this game. It has a ragdoll velocity multiplier, which means that when you kill people, their ragdolls can go as far or as short as you want. So any game with a ragdoll velocity multiplier is bound to be good news. But anyway, back to the elephant. The elephant in the VR, the Labo VR, you can use it to like do 3D paint. Sorry, 3D paint. And if I'm honest, that's like the first thing I saw in VR. I think Google had a version of it that really made me want to do VR, because I was like, oh, I don't know if it's just like, I was seeing people play games and it seemed kind of janky, like the way you had to move around by teleporting around a place, but seeing that I was just like, oh man, VR has so many like awesome uses and stuff, and Labo has that particular use, and I'm not much of an artist. Like I'm probably not going to spend a huge amount of time in the paint thing. Like there's loads of other things that look cool, but that's kind of the thing that made me go, you know what, maybe, I mean, it's payday. Maybe I should drop 70 quid on cardboard, why not? Providing I'm able to set it up. I have some concerns, such as where the hell are you going to store your cardboard creations when you've made them? Is it going to be difficult keeping them in good condition because it is cardboard and it did cost £70? And like, do they provide spares? I don't know. And yeah, like, is it going to be comfortable playing Breath of the Wild in VR? Because you can't. There's no strap to strap it to your head. You've got to like hold it in like up to your face the entire time you're playing, and I can't see that being comfortable at all. And also, I don't even know how third-person games work in VR. Like, apparently there is an example. There's a few examples, and apparently it works better than you'd expect, but you can't really see it until you do it yourself. So I watched the trailer for the Breath of the Wild VR, and I was just kind of like, this is just kind of regular gameplay being captured. You can't really see how VR is going to affect it quite yet. Like, does moving your head around like turn the camera? Because that sounds like it would give me an immediate sense of nausea. But I don't know, apparently it works, so we're just going to have to see how that works. It arrives next Friday, so in the next weekly deathmatch. I don't know if I'll have time to set it up and play it before then, but if I do, I'll give you my thoughts, undoubtedly. It's probably just a £70 like overpriced toy that I'm going to play for like 20 minutes, but you know what, there's worse things. And I've always wanted to kind of just play any kind of VR which like fully dives you into a world. That's cool. The face gun looks ridiculous, just gonna throw that out there. The face gun, I mean, like, most of it's like, if you want to use it to draw, or like have like an arm that you can use to place things. The elephant one, that's cute, it's an elephant. If you want to fly, the bird, you're kind of looking up its ass, but it's cute anyway. You're flapping a bird's wings and stuff. The gun, you've just got a cannon on your face, a cardboard cannon on your face that you're like moving your head around and shooting things with. It looks so stupid, I can't wait. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm just really hoping that Nintendo will allow indie creators and other games to like add VR support. Like, if it does work out well, I know I've seen a lot of people saying that in undocked mode for Switch is 30 frames a second, and that's a problem for VR. Like, it makes people feel nauseous. So hopefully they found a way to Nintendo magic around that, and it's not a problem. Otherwise, I will be sad, because I really like. I would invest in PSVR, or I'd consider investing in PSVR, but I have a regular PlayStation 4, and like I don't want to deal with like the subpar VR experience, if you know what I mean. But yeah, pretty soon here, I think after these bots I kill, I decide to show off the editing mechanic. And I fuck it up because I think I put myself inside a wall, which lags the game to shit, and because I can't move in edited mode, I had to like find a way to remove a piece of that wall while I was stuck inside it. But don't worry, I figure it out, you'll see. Here we go, so this is the editing mode. As you can see, the game is still going on. You can do this in multiplayer with real people around. It does break the lighting. You have to set up the lighting all over again, or I think you have to like render it properly like outside of a match to set up the lighting again. But as you can see, I'm deleting portions of bridge here, and then I'm like making new textures, and then the game lags horribly because I put myself in the middle of a block and it doesn't like that, so I had to go back into editing mode. But you'll be able to see in a second, like, the bots adapt, like they jump over the gap and stuff. And if I were to make proper platforms, they would run around on them. It's really cool. I think I had to lure a bot over here to make it work, but because they kind of follow the player, the action just kind of naturally follows the player with the way these bots work, and my aim is all over the place. Alright, here we go. Look, he just jumps over it. What a clever boy. And I'm dead. I thought I killed him. I was going to say, now he's dead. But I was wrong, I killed him. Then I accidentally switched to this paintbrush mode, and I couldn't figure out how to switch back. So that's the end of my editing showcase today. But thank you for joining me for this episode of a weekly deathmatch, which I am apparently wrapping up 30 seconds early. The game does end quite suddenly. I guess the game ends suddenly in every game, but there's like no 10, 9, 8 countdown kind of thing, it just stops. As you can see there, the bots kind of got stuck on that box, which is a shame. But you know, and there are so many maps, so please let me know if you want to see more Cube 2 as weekly deathmatch in the future. Maybe it's just kind of like emergency recording stuff as well. It could be fun. Either way, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.